Hi everyone, today we are going to show you how to embroider a punch needle picture. We'll be making a fluffy capybara, the foreign minister of the animal kingdom. Have you prepared all your materials? Let's jump right into the tutorial and start stitching. First, let's learn how to stretch the fabric onto the hoop. An embroidery hoop has two parts. Loosen the screw to separate them. Place your fabric over the inner hoop. Adjust the fabric so the design fits inside the circle. Now press the outer hoop on top. Make sure the screw is at the top, and the grooves of both hoops are aligned. Tighten the screw little by little, while gently pulling the fabric to make it taut. Check that the design sits nicely in the center. If the fabric gets loose while stitching, just loosen the screw and tighten the fabric again. Next, let's thread the yarn into the punch needle. Use the threader and insert it through the eye at the tip of the needle. Then pass it through the needle body all the way to the end. Now thread the yarn into the threader and pull it back through. The yarn should come out the tip of the needle. Remove the threader and pull the yarn until about 5 centimeters sticks out. And that's it, your punch needle is ready to go. In punch needle embroidery, each piece has a flat side and a fluffy side. Depending on your design, you'll use one or the other. For this swimming capybara, we'll mostly use the flat side technique. Only the little orange on its head. We'll use the fluffy side technique to make it stand out. Let's go over the techniques in detail so you can follow along more easily. The first technique we want to show you is the fluffy side. This is what we'll use to make the orange on the capybara's head. First, stitch a few trial punches as shown. Before starting, cut half of the rubber tip on your needle. This controls the loop length. Don't cut off all the rubber, you might run out of yarn. Even with half of the rubber tip cut off, you can still do flat stitches just fine. While stitching, make sure the flat side of the needle always faces the direction you are punching. For example, if you're stitching upward, the flat side faces up. If you're going sideways, it should face sideways too. And when stitching curves, follow the curve with your needle direction. To make fluffy stitches, flip your fabric and work from the back. Push the needle all the way in until the handle touches the fabric. Then lift the needle just to the fabric surface. And punch it again to threads away from the last hole. Just to threads, not one, not half. Keep repeating the same movement. Always push the needle in completely, so the loops on the back are all the same length. If you don't go deep enough, the yarn loops will look uneven. Also, keep feeding yarn from the ball regularly. Don't pull the yarn tight and don't let anything press on it. This could cause your loops to pull out. Outline the edges first, then fill in the center in a spiral pattern. Keep the stitches closed so the back is fluffy and full. To finish a section, gently pull the needle up. Hold the yarn to keep it in place, lift a little more and snip it. Before you try this fluffy stitch, we want to show you some common mistakes. Mistake number 1, the loops keep falling out. First, this could be because you're not punching deep enough. Make sure you always push the needle all the way in. That helps the yarn stay in the fabric. Second, the yarn is too tight. You might have forgotten to feed more yarn, or something could be pressing on it. Or there might be a knot in the yarn. Just loosen it, remove the object, or cut off the knotted part and rethread. Third, you threaded the needle the wrong way. The yarn must go from the end to the tip, through the hole. Re-thread it the way we showed and it'll work fine. If you want to fix a mistake, gently pull the stitches out and brush the fabric with your finger. Then re-punch over the same area, but not too many times or the fabric may tear. Mistake number 2. Loops come undone later. That's usually because you punched into previous loops. To avoid this, angle your needle slightly toward unstitched fabric. That way you won't accidentally snag existing loops. If any loops do pop out, don't worry. Just trim them evenly with scissors. Now let's practice the fluffy stitch on the orange. Flip the fabric and follow the spiral method. Outline the edges first, then fill in the center in a spiral pattern. Each stitch should be 2 threads apart. Start slowly to get the feel. Then you can speed up once you're more confident. After we finish the full piece, we'll trim the orange to make it puffy and cute. Now, for the rest of the piece, we'll use the flat stitch. Let's see how that works. With flat stitches, we work on the front side of the fabric. Punch the needle all the way in, then pull it out to the surface. Make the next stitch 3 to 4 threads away. Always punch deeply to keep the yarn secure. Again, keep feeding yarn, don't hold it tight. And don't let objects rest on it. For each shape, outline first, then fill it in gradually in a spiral pattern. Make your lines close so the fabric doesn't show. Alternate rows slightly so the stitches look even. To finish a flat section, there are 2 ways. Method 1: punch down, hold the yarn, lift and cut. Method 2: punch down, flip to the back, cut the yarn, then pull the needle out carefully. Common flat stitch mistakes. If your stitches are too short, they pile up and make punching harder. Too long and they look loose and rough. To fix this, stick with 3 to 4 thread lengths or 2 for tiny details. If your yarn pops up on the fabric, you probably lifted the needle too high. Keep it close to the surface. If it happens, gently tighten the yarn before continuing. Start slow and steady, then pick up speed. Now let's stitch the rest of the picture. Start with black yarn to outline the eyes, nose, and water ripples. Keep stitches 3 to 4 threads apart. For small features like eyes and nose, use shorter stitches, around 2 threads. The eyes can be stitched with 2 to 3 short zigzags. Next, fill in the capybara's face. Near the fluffy orange, you can gently push the fluff aside to punch cleanly. Always start with the outline, then work inward. Be extra careful near the eyes, nose, and mouth, so the yarn doesn't cover them. And that's the capybara done. Let's move on to the background. Start with the water. Near the hoop edge, punch just beside the hoop to keep the circle neat. For the upper background, stitch the little flowers first. Begin with the yellow center, then the white petals. Since the flowers are small, use shorter stitches, about 2 threads, so they don't look bulky. Finally, fill in the rest of the top background. And that's the embroidery part done. To make the orange fluff stand out, we'll trim it. But first, apply a layer of white glue on the back. This keeps the loops from falling out after trimming. Once dry, place the scissors between the loops and snip them open. To round the shape, trim the outer edge lower by tilting the scissors. Don't cut too close to the fabric. For the middle, just trim the loops evenly. Now we have a fluffy, finished orange. Lastly, let's tidy up the back to hang it neatly. Trim excess yarn on the back first. Then thread a 1 meter strand of leftover yarn into a plastic needle. Start stitching about 2 centimeters from the hoop edge, from the front side. Leave about 10 centimeters of yarn hanging. Keep stitching in and out all around the hoop, with each stitch about 1 centimeter apart. Finish with the last stitch 1 to 2 centimeters from the first. You'll now have a yarn circle around the hoop. Flip to the back, pull both ends to gather the fabric. And tie a knot to secure it. And now your capybara picture is complete. Would you like our store to make more capybara-themed designs? If so, let us know. Hope you had fun and felt relaxed while embroidering with us today.